We stand together, united as one. Forward.
Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Who's gonna save me? 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 Say what you want, say what you want. Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Say what you want, say what you want, say what you want. Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me? Who's gonna save me?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Lowland Lions channel. My name is still Brick, and we're still here for some quality CS, because the Lowland Lions are facing the mixed lineup of KPI in a bit for this second match of the day. The first match against Adaptation, was lost 16-10 if I remember correctly. So now there's even more motivation behind these Lowland Lions players to prove that they're worth it for tonight's ESEA Advanced. Well, stretch, I guess. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're ready. Seat belts fastened, because we're gonna play Inferno. And it's gonna be, hopefully, an entertaining game. Most of the players have connected at this point. The KPI side took a while to actually connect the server, so I was fearing a forfeit, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So we all Gucci here. For everyone that also tuned in to the first stream, welcome back. I hope we're gonna make something fun out of it. Ooh. Also, one tragic note, guys. I can't have the flags in my webcam anymore, because that wall doesn't have like suitable mounting points for flags. So yeah, you're gonna have to live without the Frisian flag and the Achterhoek flag. Maybe you can hang the Frisian flag on the side wall. You can still kind of see it. I don't know. Anyway, let's switch to the game before I talk too much nonsense. So KPI is a bit of a mixed team. It's like British, but also I believe Latvian and Lithuanian players. So that's an interesting mix. So yeah, I think they won their first match. I don't have much else to go off really. They just played one match, so we'll see what they can bring. They did pretty convincingly in their first, so we'll see what they can do against. Oh, I have to change one thing. My crosshair thingy is still on. Where does one see that? Do. Crosshair. Show per no. Oh, it only changed because Foster is in my friend list. Okay, we figured it out, boys. We did it, boys. Okay, we get a poch. Oh. Hopefully I fix all the tech issues. Had a brief moment of panic in the other stream because apparently CSGO broke in the meantime, as it does. Love that. Love it when CSGO breaks. Makes me very happy. Inferno is an interesting map though. The old Lowland Lions roster, basically all rosters of Lowland Lions, really like the map. Like they played it a lot, was one of their favorites. But this roster is built around an entirely different core. Like it's built around the Tenerife Titans core, or the former Tenerife Titans core. So I don't really know what we can expect from this lineup on Inferno. Like I expect that they're decent at it because it's basically the default map of the Benelux at this point. So you need to play it, but of course ESEA Advanced is a bit of a different level compared to Benelux CS, which is also starting soon again, by the way. ESL Dutch is starting in 2 weeks, I think, if I remember correctly. And I'll be there as well. Again. online edition easel Dutch. Or easel Benelux, it's these days, I think. Because the Belgians are also allowed to take part. It's good that I'm casting again. Didn't do it for a really long time, so maybe I just couldn't do it anymore or something. Could happen, theoretically. If there's anything to like analyze from the last game, if you didn't watch it, basically LowLandLions had a lot of chances, but they also kind of lost a couple advantage situations. That being said, one of the opposing players went absolutely wild, like 30 kills, so that didn't help either. Is KPI new? I really don't know. They're not Spanish, I know that for sure. They usually have Spanish rosters, but maybe they broadened their horizons, so to say. But they're not English, fully English either. Back in the days you could check the nationalities of the players really easy, but now it's difficult. Oh, 1v1 knife, can Butters finish the job? Relax versus Butters. Both have had one slice, and it will be Butters taking the knife. So they can pick sides. I assume it will be CT side. Unless we'll get some revolutionary plans in here tonight. Some controversial strats. So, for those who are just tuning in, the lineup of the LowLandLions will be Steve-O's on the op, C-Mix, Fasher, Richie, and Relax. And then on the KPI side, it's Butters, Sane, Aaron, ZNX, who's Swedish, I believe, if I remember correctly, and Dobbo, which is a fucking legendary nickname. Yeah, that's about it. As we're heading into this first pistol, it's Steve-O's on the util, as we've seen before, a smoke, 2 flashes, and then on the other side we have Aaron, who has the kit, the 2 flashes, the support player for the team. And, of course, Inferno, a map where you can do quite a lot with your pistols. Often, of course, in matchmaking the quick B take, but I've seen A executes with smokes as well. B executes with smokes. For now, it seems like it's mostly a bit of a split play. 2 players in the apps, clearing that space, denying the information, maybe providing some information for the LowLandLions, and also well, keeping some space clear if a rotation towards that A bomb site would be attempted. For now, the focus seems to be mostly placed on that B bomb site, and unfortunately for the LowLandLions, it's being guarded by 3 CTs, a very heavy B stack in this pistol round, that it might be the trap the LowLandLions are walking into. Dobbo and Butters open up the fragging with 2 kills. Steve-O's is there with the trade, but there's more on site, and it's the LowLandLions that just completely overwhelm that B side defense. Man advantage for basically the whole engagement, but still not enough damage done to get a beneficial afterplant out of this. Steve-O's will spot both retaking CTs, Sane and ZNX, both coming from this Colvin's position. And it's Steve-O's and Relax together with the rest of the team that hold it. And that's the 4K in the pistol for Steve-O's. And the first pistol round going to the LowLandLions. Good start for the Benelux side. As KPI guessed right, essentially did everything right in terms of their read. But when it came to hitting the shots on the bomb site, they couldn't reach the fragging power that LowLandLions was providing. Talking about fragging power, LowLandLions is heavily investing in the SMGs, 4 MAC-10s in this eco, but it's more of an anti-force buy. considering the amount of armor and deagles that are present on the opposing team. C-Mix is making light work of this first CT with his Mac-10 though. And that will be the opening kill. Aaron goes in the smoke, gets the surprise factor in, but Richie can spin around before he does more damage, and that keeps the man advantage in the hands of the offensive side. One player holding this B bomb site. That's gonna be Butters. At least gets one, and support is underway. So some interesting situations here at the B bomb site, as ZNX and Dobbo are still waiting for their chance to get into this side. Richie with his Galil is getting all the kills though. 4 for him, 4 in the pistol for Stivos, 4 in the follow-up for Richie. Whose turn is it for the next 4K? After the substantial investment in the previous round, of course, KPI forced down to these pistols, 3P to 50s, 2 silent USPSs with some high explosives. And that's gonna be it. Basically nothing to work with. I think these HEs will be thrown down banana. Could potentially yield them a kill, but they won't do any damage. None of the LowLandLions players was advanced enough in terms of, well, map control to be hurt by those high explosives. No damage taken. And that's basically also the only real, well, card that the KPI side had. A little stack in Boiler will grant them a kill, also a second as the trade comes in. Richie can keep it equal, but of course, could have been cleaner. Fasher on the other side of the map is challenging alone with a Galil. Not the biggest fan. Of course, his life is not actually in danger, but him falling would be unfortunate. But C-Mix is making light work of those taps. And that leaves only Sane coming in the flank with a Mac-10. 33 HP with a Mac-10. It's a challenging task. You basically can't miss. And I think he might be, well, not really worth saving either, is it? I think he's going for exit. Which I think is the best choice you can make in that position. I don't think anyone is actually going to exit through that route. But it's worth a try. And even if it fails, you can still keep the Mac-10. LowLandLions grouping in the CT spawn safely, waiting for this bomb to go off. And that will be the 3-0, a clean sweep at the beginning of the game for the Benelux side. But now comes the real test, as the KPI gaming side has amassed the funds for a full buy. The AWP in the hands of Sane. Aaron still on that Mac-10. And then the rest of the team on the M4s. LowLandLions also still playing with one Galil. But for the rest, GoTV's pulling an ESEA again. Just let it be for a bit. As the quick peek from Sane will be punished. Will get away with his life. But only 56 HP points left on his counter. Interesting setup here from the CTs. Very heavy, well, investment in that short position. 3 of the A side defenders, so all the A side defenders have located themselves around short. Unfortunately for them, I don't think anyone is actually coming to that position. Dobbo, surrounded by flames together with Butters, are holding the, I think you call it quad. But that's a very blind Sane and also a very dead Sane. Double entry on B. No chance for KPI in that round. And I think it's probably worth saving those rifles for the CT side. Such a quick B take is going to be a very, very difficult retake situation. Butters does at least get this kill on the Relux. So he can retrieve that AK and his life, most importantly. But the rest of the team has already retreated to the pit position, waiting for this round to end. And that's a very convincing well, start. LowLandLions, kind of a dry play towards that B bomb site. No smokes thrown, no hints that there was a push coming. and the upper waiting was completely blind by that nice pop flash. Free entry, second one followed, and the B-bomb side was taken without much resistance. And that also brings us to the 4-0 scoreline. KPI wouldn't be able to buy, but since they saved these 3 rifles and Aaron played with a Mac 10 in the last round, the finances are a bit more forgiving, which actually yields them a pretty decent buy. Solid amount of utility, 3 kits, that up, and full rifles on the rest of the team. So I don't think they will be too unhappy with that, but of course the rounds also start counting at some point. KPI is playing strange setups on this map. Like 3 people on short, now 3 people on B. I mean, I guess they're trying to spice up the defense, but it hasn't really worked thus far, to be honest. But we'll see. For now, it's a large focus on the A bomb side, but Sane will be getting an opening kill for his team. That's the first in the game. And we'll see if it brings them something. Sane also with the follow-ups. Devos can trade it back, but ZNX on side sprays and gets a double, leaving just Fasher, the Achterhoek star, to finish this round 1 versus 2, as he already secures the first, but he's being flanked from 2 sides. Dobbo in pit, Aaron from short, and it's gonna be Dobbo closing out the round. Nice opening kill from the upper there on side, finished by ZNX. And the first real buy going to the KPI gaming side. Importantly, also relatively clean, so the finances won't be in complete shambles when a loss follows. LowLandLions can still fully invest, but that's also about the end of their financial reach. They'll be forced down to a lesser buy if they would lose this round. Pretty aggressive setup for the KPI gaming side on Banana. 2 players pushing up, deep smokes and mollies to clear this position. A popular strat these days. Very effective in gaining information and map control, but of course also requires a commitment of bodies. And LowLandLions respond by just going A, which of course is lesser defended. If you go to B, Fasher is just holding mid, but also just turns around to hold the bracket position. And that was a very smooth take of that A bomb side. One of the players was boosted up on the flowers, but for some reason he died to Stivos earlier than he could get a kill. And yeah, that leaves Sane with his AWP and Aaron on the wrong side of the map. And these weapons are worth more than their chances in this round. So they're just gonna save. Let's look at the loss bonus. They still have 3 third stage loss bonus, so I think they can make some kind of buy work. It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be a buy. LowLandLions, of course, glad that they can secure the follow-up. Solidifies their economic position, especially because 4 of their players survived into that round. And now it's another buy. KPI indeed able to invest in these rifles again. Solid amount of utility. I'm liking their economic game thus far. Yeah, for now it's the LowLandLions that have the most initiative in this game. It seems like KPI is trying all kinds of things, all kinds of wacky setups. But when it comes to like actually winning the aim duels that gain them the sides, they seem to be mostly on the losing side of things. For now, it's Fasher together with Stivos there in Banana. The challenge was briefly there, but was quickly stopped after Util started flying over the wall. Dobbo very aggressive, and he's caught in the open there. Nowhere to go, does have support, but the support can't guarantee the trade. And that's a bit of a clumsy opening kill. Or, well, not clumsy on the LowLandLions side, on the KPI side. As the T's are now slowly creeping up this arch position. Butters with a nice push, wasn't expected, but Foster is ready to catch the trade. And now there's 2 A side defenders left. C-Mix from Heaven will spot the Opper, take him out. And now it's a matter of time because ZNX is still in this pit doing his work very well. And now it's Aaron in the flank that could be a danger for the LowLandLions efforts. Aaron in a 1v2. C-Mix holding pit. Clearly not expecting a short play. But is in theory ready. But Aaron has found himself a 1v1. And this is a 1v1 he could easily win. But C-Mix is confident. Will go for the headshot. 10 HP left. But he will instantly nail the headshot. And the 6th will also go to the LowLandLions side. A bit more exciting than maybe the first entry would suggest. But the round does go in favor of the Benelux side in the end. KPI, after a long period of being able to buy, has been forced down to these Desert Eagles. Does have a degree of utility and armor to support these pistols. But it's not what you want to play with if you're already 5 rounds behind. Ooh, nice smoke, man. Benelux smoke. Dobbo gets a nice headshot with that 5-7. Always deadly at close range. Richie tries to retrieve the AK so it can't be stolen and actually does so successfully. That's nice work from him, but still, this man advantage secured for the KPI side. And no real reply just yet from the LowLandLions. Actually grouped towards this A bomb site, which is currently being defended by 4 of the 5 KPI players. But in the end they turn around, completely give me Caster's Curse and just make a run for the B bomb site. Dobbo is the only person that's holding this site. 5-7 in hand, it's a really strong pistol, especially if you're this close to a smoke. But I don't think he's gonna get a multi-kill out of this. This is the first, the second doesn't follow. C-Mix can trade it out. Definitely dangerous. But this is the bomb going down on B. Still, this man advantage for the CT side though. And the after plans for the LowLandLions are not ideal. C-Mix will throw a monster nade. And Relax will help spray these players down. It's just ZNX. Deagle in hand. 1 versus 2. Relax and C-Mix are both, well, buried in that B bomb site, and Relax will get his 4th. Everyone is getting 4Ks on B, on the LowLandLions side. My chair is very creaky, by the way, so if you hear some creaking, it's my desk chair. Sane and Aaron opting for that double op setup, definitely viable on Inferno, but difficult to use in retake situations. It's one of those awkward positions where you find yourself retaking A with an op, which is never really fun. Quick A short bracket stake. Relax with the opening kill, is heavily tagged. But lives to tell the tale, and now the real push comes in. 2 players still on site. Aaron fast in the retake, and Dobbo will get a blind nade kill. Dobbo actually getting the 2nd as well. Almost a double spray down if he held his trigger down for a bit longer. But it will stay with equal trade for now. Sane hiding on site with the shotgun up. These smokes are actually doing so much work. And the retake from KPI is looking nice. Aaron with the no scope. And I think the counter util is really what changed the situation there. LowLandLions kind of got stuck in the pit position. Really couldn't find the frags to get out. And had to give up the round. Still money for the LowLandLions side. But 2 of the players have been forced down to these Mac 10s instead of the rifles. KPI also not necessarily in the safest of waters. ZNX buys a FAMAS. even though he had money for an M4. Interesting. But the double up setup will stay. And the double up setup has been, well, successful thus far. In one round. N equals 1. Scientific research. Aaron will be opening up. Fosher tries to trade, but Butters is there to cover his teammate. And that's a nice 1-2 combo on the banana position. Also gives the defending side a 2-man advantage. Butters has some difficulty throwing a smoke, but manages to get it down anyway. And this is LowLandLions in a very difficult position. They don't really have much map control to work with. Lost 2 players trying to get into a site. And it seems like they've chosen for this a bomb site. 2 clean entries would make their life a lot easier. But of course, getting 2 clean entries is never as easy as it sounds. C-Mix will be in front. This crossfire on site set up again. As Dobbo is holding his ground. Relax only getting 1 kill. And then also being shot down by the pit defense. 7-3. LowLandLions still comfortably in the lead. But KPI is showing some signs of life. Actually making things work. And they have, with this short winning streak, also completely depleted the economic resources available to the LowLandLions, leaving them just with these Glocks. If anything happens with these Glocks, I'll eat a piece of paper. Oh no, okay. No need to panic. Beautiful kill though from Fusher. Looks like KPI have been opting for a slightly more normal setup, I guess, which has granted them some results. They had some wacky setups in the first round, which did very little to help them. Relax does get a nice Glock headshot. Someone didn't buy head armor, but still, no need to eat paper at this time, which is good for me. As the buy will be coming in for the LowLandLions again. No AWP available, only these AKs. So that's the status quo, to put it in academic words. Sane very aggressive with his up, like this angle, and it gets him the tag. C-Mix escapes with his life, but 18 HP left on that Belgian player, which definitely will weaken him for the rest of the game. And then it's the double nade and the smoke kill with the AWP. I don't know what's happening anymore, but that's also a way to get an entry. Exciting times on Inferno, and with this man advantage and 1 man practically dead, it's the LowLandLions heading into this A bomb site. Sane with AWP kill will be shot in the back, but can survive, can actually flick around to get the kill. And he's been solid on this A bomb site thus far, gets a 3rd. The LowLandLions are not really getting anywhere in these most recent rounds. I think it might be time for a quick tactical pause, because they're kind of just walking into these walls of bomb sites, even though they were pretty hot in the first, well, rounds of the game. That being said, of course, they already have 7 rounds. It's not like that's a terrible score for the T side. That's a pretty normal score even. So I don't think they're necessarily expecting a lot more, but still. More is always better. We love capitalism. Just the Eagles. Some body armor to support it. Relax looking for a cheeky opening. We'll get a heavy tag, but the opera there manages to jump away before he gets into real danger. Fosher, in the meantime, is just holding mid with the bomb on his back. What could possibly go wrong? But I don't think it's gonna matter. As the rest of the team is already being cleaned up on this bomb site. I was saying Steve-O's is trying his damn best to make something out of it. And suddenly these Deagles are striking once again. We saw it on Vertigo. And now we're seeing it on Inferno. That these Deagles can be surprisingly dangerous in the hands of the LowLandLions. But Steve-O's will have to prove his worth. As he has to retrieve the bomb from mid. Sane. Hunting with that AWP is incredibly low. He must have heard the drop into Mexico. But it doesn't matter. Because Aaron has the information as well. I really think the sound cue came through. That's why Aaron was aiming down that angle. And it was a noble attempt for the Deagles once again. But to no avail. As we're heading towards these last rounds of the half, we're gonna see potentially the last buy from the LowLandLions if they continue losing. But of course, it could also be that 8th round, the half win going in their favor. We'll see what this round brings. The double op setup seems to have been the solution to the many problems that KPI were having. And it has granted them a winning streak of, well, we can't see, at least 4 rounds in a row. For now, heavy focus towards this bomb site. No one from the LowLandLions located around the alternative bomb site. And it will be an A split by the looks of it. Aaron is here with the op, just pushing through the smoke. Very adventurous, but also kind of suicidal. And he will fall to the ground. Fosher hunting will hear the second op, and that will be an easy target for him. As Sane misses both the shots, leaving just Butters holding Banana in a very awkward position. It is an off angle here in the cubby, but I'm sure it will be checked and he won't even get the first. ZNX and Dobbo on that A bomb site. And the what looked like an A split was quickly turned into a B split when the kills came in. And that B bomb site was well, overtaken without much hassle. That's also the disadvantage of having a double up setup. Once you have to quickly change, quickly rotate or take on a different position, these ops are a lot less nimble than the rifles. ZNX does get a kill. These kills do matter. LowLandLions don't have the greatest of backups when it comes to their finances. So they have some incentive to be careful. ZNX and Dobbo don't really need to be too concerned. Sane has a ton of money. So this last round will be a full buy for both teams. As the single up comes in, no funds available for the double. And we'll see if that's going to change the game plan of the KPI gaming side. Of course, the LowLandLions already securing that half win. But the 9 is always nicer than an 8. And the same can be said for KPI. That 7 looks a lot less depressing than a 6. Very aggressive from ZNX. Is caught by a bit of an unfortunate flash. And will be falling to the ground as a result. Aaron is also hyper aggressive here, all the way pushed up. But I think he made a sound. And that might be the end of him. The timing is going to be critical in the situation. Because Richie and Steve-O's are not paying attention. It's Fosher that's holding the angle. But of course, we'll see. Steve-O's has an inkling. As the code if you like. Excuse me. And that was a 1v1 trade. One in mid and one in Banan. And it will be the two T's running towards the B-bomb side. Letters. Leaving just Butters and Sane. 2 versus 3 in a retake where the flankers are already coming in. It's gonna be a rough one. It's definitely possible if they get a kill within now in like 10 seconds. But Relark seems to be the final nail in the coffin of this KPI lineup. Butters does get the kill on the flanker, but at this point, time is running out. He doesn't have a kit. I believe there's one on the floor, but he's not finding it just yet. So I don't think he has many chances in this round. And Richie will make sure that nothing crazy happens. 9-6, LowLandLions begin the half hot. Kind of slump in the middle, but do manage to close the half out with a 9-6 scoreline on the T side of Inferno. Which is definitely a good score. He's on ramp at 150. It's called aggression, assertiveness. This is a new breed of CSGO players. Did it work? Definitely not. Could it work? Maybe. That's the kind of shit that they pull in ESEA Dutch. Just pushing 5 ramp on a gun round. Stuff that's just so stupid that it works. And on that note, we're heading into the second pistol of this second game. Stevos spots a whole bunch of players in mid, decides to fall back. Probably the wiser option in that situation, as this clock can be treacherous. Butters does have some util, smoke, and 2 flashes, one of which he just threw to clear banana. LowLandLions is playing with a pretty default setup, 3 on the A bomb side, 2 more on B, with Stevos on the arch position, Relax in boiler. And then we'll see the first B coming in. Stevos can't connect the first shot, and this places a lot of pressure on Relax. Will be getting the first, second, not the third, as Double gets the jumping headshot. Still, positive trades for now. And KPI is not really getting out of this bracket positions just yet. Makes their way towards short, but C-Mix is there, gets the first, instantly traded. 2 versus 3 situation. Bomb will be able to go down, as the LowLandLions will have to wait for their rotating teammate. But after that, it should be a doable retake, unless, of course, more kills are found by the T's. Butters and ZNX definitely do their best, leaving just Fosher in this 1 versus 2. USPS in hand, does have the kit. And he also has the information where these players are, but it's a solid crossfire. Gets the first, chances at the second, can't connect the headshot just yet, and it will be ZNX. Nice try for Fosher, but can't connect the shots in time. And it will be the second pistol going towards the KPI side. Impressive shots there on the A-bomb side. LowLandLions are not leaving it at that. Forcing into this one. Scout on Relax, Deagles, and MP9 in the hands of C-Mix. These rounds can definitely work. I think Inferno is a good map for forcing, but you know, it's always a risk. Richie gets an elegant deagle kill by just spraying a blind person down. But an opening kill is an opening kill, and Relax will get a second tag in on ZNX as well. And KPI is receiving some heavy initial damage. Bomb will be retrieved by Aaron, who will then proceed to make his way towards the alternative mid and the A-bomb side. One minute left on the clock. KPI looking to take a bracket. It's not actively being held at the moment, so they can take that for free. Also, it's just gonna be a fake, as the bomb actually opts for the B-bomb side instead. 2 players still holding this, no real rotation forced except for Stevos, who rotated it in, but with these utils flying in, I think the hint is pretty clear. It's gonna be a B take. Richie gets the first, gets the second as well. 3 kills with the deagle already. ZNX straight one back. Also Butters getting that second, but it's a man advantage for the LowLandLions as they head into this retake. C-Mix on the flank can even make it a 1v3 and makes it the last as well. And that's once again these pistols and SMGs just coming out hot. KPI forgetting the second orange position, being surprised by the deagle of C-Mix. And the 10, the double digits coming out of the force That's very sour for KPI, who just got the chance to close the gap straight after halftime, but are denied by this force, and now are left no choice but to save. Bit of a slower start. Relax is pushed up in apps. That's about the most aggressive position. Hello there. I love how Relax checked if there was no one on the right. That's actually good thinking from him. I would have just chased and got hit by a second pistol. The one pistol player towards apps was a mere distraction though, as the nade stacks hit absolutely nothing. And KPI walks into a blind Fasher and Richie. And gets massacred. First World War colorized. And after that slightly tragic round, we're actually in for some action. Because it's the full rifles on the KPI gaming side. Double nade towards Banana won't hit anything. As the LowLandLions will also throw a deep smoke. Potentially to also take this Banana position. And this would grant them a lot of information because KPI gaming is far advanced in apps. Steve-O is trying an off angle, will be punished by Aaron. And that will be the opening kill going towards the KPI gaming side. And that's not only the opening kill, it's also an important A-side defender. KPI, they don't know it, but they're standing in front of quite an empty A-bomb site. And they're just gonna start their execute now. The rotate has come in at this point, so the advantage has faded a bit. But still, with 1 minute left on the clock, it's this short take coming in. 3 players on site. It will be Relax getting the first kill. Second as well, but trades are instant. Fasher coming in from the flank and get 2 more. And it will be Richie against Z and X. We saw both players clutch before. But who's going to be the king in this situation? Richie does have a kit, does have a molly and a smoke. But unfortunately is wielding this FAMAS inferior rifle, but ZNX is taking a massive gamble, flanking through bracket. And this won't be expected by Richie for sure, but it also leaves him time to start the defuse. Sticks it, hiding behind the pole, but it was ZNX. Gets the 4th and the last. Nice play from him, taking a risk, flanking through bracket and attacking through short instead. And Richie doesn't expect it. Noble attempts by Fasher to hold that side, but it isn't enough. Benji! Benji's back at the LowLandLions, boys. The legend has returned. KPI Gaming once again with a focus on this A-bomb site. CMX playing this balcony position was very close to ZNX. What? Butters with a running Mac 10 entry on Steve-O's, who misses his first op shot. Aaron running into Fasher as well. And it's just gonna be a Richie on B who'll be sprayed down through the smoke. And that's another convincing round for KPI Gaming. Surprisingly similar to the plays that the LowLandLions pulled on our T side actually. And that was complete chaos on Inferno there. And this will also be granting KPI their 9th. They're hunting very heavily. feeding Seymour some kills. Actually gets 2, pretty solid chance for his 3rd there as well. But I think it's worth it for the KPI game, KPI. Because the LowLandLions are down to basically nothing in terms of money. Just basic pistols. Nothing else invested. And that leaves the chances in this round at a minimum. Kills coming in, some nice damage with this A short stack. I don't think it's gonna influence the round, but still damage is damage. Bomb running towards B already. Butters is ready with this Mac 10 to clean up the remains. And that's a pretty clean round from KPI. 2 kills coming in for the pistols are always nice, of course. But I don't think it's gonna impact the bigger picture all that much. LowLandLions do have the ability to buy after that hard eco, but it won't be pretty. No kits, no op. Util also not sufficient on all of the players, so it will come down to a lot of headshots from these M4. And that on a map which does tend to involve quite a lot of retaking, so a risky situation. Steve-O's could have bought a kit, chose not to. I don't know why. I don't think it would have mattered a lot, but KPI Gaming placing some pressure on Banana to spice things up. Would have a pretty solid chance of actually getting to be very passive setup for the 2 B defenders, namely that being Fasher and Richie, holding these very default positions. I assume one of the util pieces for KPI will land there, as Aaron heads in first, gets a beautiful headshot on the opening. Dobbo follows up, and this is basically guaranteed to be the tie. 11-11 will be the scoreline, unless something goes horribly wrong in this afterplan situation. But since the LowLandLions don't have any form of kit, I think that's gonna be the 11-11 scoreline. KPI looking a lot more dangerous on their T side of Inferno. LowLandLions actually facing many of the same problems as KPI had in their first CT half, where they do have a decent read of what's going on, have the players in the right positions, but the shots just not hitting. And that's, yeah, anything but ideal. If you're a LowLandLions fan, of course. If you're a KPI fan, it's great. Bit more assertive play towards Banana in this round. 3 players committed in those initial seconds. But the KPI have their eyes set upon this A bomb site again. Butters is running out, receiving a lot of damage but not falling. C-Mix with a noble attempt, but it's Relux that really closes the situation here. Running in from Arch, getting the double, and then it's just slain. Hello, Fasher. You can hear the op, you know. And it's saying just bunny hops to his death. I don't really know what was going on there in that round. The pause is probably justified. I think both teams were a bit confused. Oh, there's no weird ping going on. Just the scales. Of course, you can never see who's actually taking the pause. But it could be both, I think, because there were some communication issues in the last round for the LowLandLions. Did end up winning the round, but it's better to solve the issue before it actually starts losing your rounds, of course. Steve-O's back on the op, something we haven't seen in a while. And the rest of the team on their rifle. KPI still with plenty of money to buy. We'll have some money for the foreseeable future as well. Steve-O's is very aggressive. Will get the opening, but will he get away? Continues to aggress. And I don't know if that was the wisest choice. Does get away with his life. And with an opening kill, which probably is a win. But for now, the pressure won't be released of this B bomb site. And as I say that, the pressure is released from that B bomb site. Absolutely legendary. And the flank now coming in through Arch. Instead, it's the 3 players from KPI that are just running around the map. They're even baiting me as the bomb is heading back to the mid position. Instead, I have X-ray in the map. And I'm still being baited. As it will be the B-bomb site as the final target. Steve-O's playing Covis with the op, a very strong angle if there's no util available. And he will be getting the second kill. Richie is loyal teammate, also holding the close angle. But Steve-O's is doing most of the work himself. 3 kills, the 4th won't follow. As Butters will reveal his position by being tagged. Richie plays the off angle, but actually gets caught off guard. Fasher coming in through coffins, gets at least one. Decides to follow away. Probably a wise choice, as the cavalry is already coming in through Banana. Aaron spin around and gets the double. It's 20 HP left on Aaron. And a solid chance at a 1v3. Time is running out though. That's his biggest weakness. Fasher has 5 HP, but he has the positional advantage. And will be saving that round. That should have been a lot more comfortable for the LowLandLions. But Aaron making some impressive strides towards a 1v3 clutch. Unfortunately for his team. Close, but no cigar. And now the KPI gaming side will be forced down to these upgraded pistols. 5 Deagles. Dobbo will get nuked in the first seconds of the round. Who doesn't love that? And the LowLandLions seems to be opting for a very passive setup in this one. Probably a wise choice considering the weaponry available to the opposing side. Sane sees the shoulder of Steve-O's for a millisecond and is dead already. Aaron doesn't even see anything before he gets shot. And this leaves just Butters on that A-bomb site. Dobbo is hiding in the smoke with this Deagle. We'll get a nice kill out of it. Maybe we can steal a rifle as well. Fasher is having some difficulty actually closing out the kill. Of course, also has no real need to, as Dobbo is really like spamming this fountain position. Ring around the Rosie as Fasher is baiting him out. The rest of the LowLandLions team is running towards Banana already. But it's Fasher that eventually closes the job himself. 14-11. And now it's the time to shine for the KPI gaming side. Pause will be called. I highly assume this is for the T side. As this is their chance. They have a full buy available. Will potentially have the op. I don't think they're gonna choose for it, but it could be. And indeed it will be full rifles. KPI, full rifles, full util, pretty decent buy, all things considered. And this will be their chance to break this winning streak and to prevent the LowLandLions from reaching match point here on Inferno. Steve-O's on that AWP. Simics is playing with the FAMAS now. Seems to like the weapon. Oh, just ignore it. This is not a victory lag. This is just go to lag. Richie will be getting an opening kill though with this very aggressive banana play. We've seen it implemented before, but we've never actually seen a player being committed to it. But I like that they're doing it on this important round. As a response, it will be an A take for the KPI gaming side. Trade is there, and Stevos is in danger on that close angle, especially if util starts flying around. Sane, together with 4 other of the members of his, or 3 other members of his team, are flipping the switch, going on this A-bomb side. 1v1 trades for now. Richie and Relax get the advantage though. And now it's just saying to prevent match point. It won't happen. Richie gets his third. 15-11 will be the scoreline. And it's a very weak buy for KPI. That will have to prevent the LowLandLions from reaching that critical 16 threshold. Yep. Tivos peeking mid with the op will get the opening kill. Sane playing in the tunnel. Can't really get anything out of that position. C-Mix chips down Butters as well. And that's a pretty solid initial advantage for the LowLandLions. Fash will be instantly dinked and eliminated though. And Dobbo will get away with his life, equalizing the situation. HP advantage still in hands of the LowLandLions, as Dobbo and Butters are dented. And it's looking like it will be the trusty A-bomb site for KPI Gaming. Again, they've greatly favored this side throughout the game. And we'll see if they can make it work once again. Relax on the arts position. It's C-Mix in the pit. 2-2 setup for the LowLandLions side. Will it be enough to hold this A push? Information comes in that there's 1 player short. Second peek will grant C-Mix the kill. Playing very safely here. Dobbo will eliminate him though, and Relax will fall instantly after. 2 versus 3 retake. KPI Gaming seem to be in this game still, because LowLandLions is giving up the retake and keeping these 2 players on B. And that will bring us to 15-12. This game is not over just yet. With that bomb exploding, we find ourselves with another pause. LowLandLions will be able to buy. C-Mix has no money, but the rest of the team is rich enough to donate him some weaponry. KPI, of course, fully armed at this point. Plenty of time to not only amass funds, but also to, well, steal weapons. This will be... If LowLandLions loses this, they're in a bit of an awkward position for the next. Third stage. Richie and Relax will be able to buy. Stevos will be able to buy something weak. And then C-Mix and Varsha don't have anything. And then it's 14. A bit of an awkward economic situation. So just don't lose. That's the best way to not have to eco. Just don't lose. Top tier analysis. That's why they hire me. He likes with the nade down mid. Aaron will be chipped by that. Instead, a nade will be returned down Banana, which will heavily tag Fasher and Richie. Probably more worth it. Aaron somehow gets also some damage. I don't really know what's going on, but will be a roughly equal trade of damage across the map. B bomb site is looking to be the main focus as Butters lurks towards A to preserve some presence, maybe catch a rotation. Of course, we've seen KPI switch around a couple times. Bait, fake. But I really feel like this is gonna be an A fake with a B play, as that smoke comes into A, but the bomb stays near B. 56 seconds, and with that Molotov going down, it's probably gonna be a bit longer delay. Butters is on short at this point, but will be spotted. Hello, Relax. That's about the easiest kill he will be getting this game. And Richie is also hearing these first players. Can only get one before he's traded though. And this will be equal trades, but more importantly, the B bomb side falling. Steve O's is way ahead of the position he should be having. And will be eliminated by Aaron, leaving only 2 of his CT team members for a retake. It's a difficult position. Will you go for it, or will you call it a save? And I think it's gonna be option 1, which is not really yielding anything just yet. Relax is still alive though, does also have a kit, but I don't think he's making it through that bomb in time, as it slowly takes down. Doing some economic damage is definitely worth it. KPI, not much to work with, but the same can be said for the LowLandLions, as the same will be blown up by the bomb. Question mark. Relax actually takes the up, that's nice. Yeah, that's an awkward situation. 15-13, do you buy in this shoddy fashion, where you will have a weapon on 3 of your players? Or do you eco? Some upgraded pistols around the op, and then finish it at 16-14. You tell me, I'm not an analyst. A quick pause seems to be themed around the exact same query as I was posing there earlier. KPI have at this point invested full buy for them. No difficult choices on their side. And now the LowLandLions will have to make a choice within the next couple seconds. I guess that they're gonna buy some upgraded pistols, keep 2k, and then force round this up. Or no, not force. Like eco round this up. And then next round try to close it. Which of course is a risk. We might be going to overtime. But I feel like that's the most well, the safest option, I would say. And with the time ticking down, it seems like LowLandLions agrees with me. Also decides to only buy some light pistols around this AWP. Relax on the op, probably has a good spawn, or because he has armor. Might be that one. Relax pretty decent opper, I would say. Definitely not the same caliber as Tivo's, and of course these pistols, we've seen them do damage before, but Dobbo is not phased. 2 quick kills as the B banana push is shut down with great efficiency. This opper still on the A bomb side. Foster hoping to surprise someone by sneaking through the barrel smoke. A position you hopefully check. You'll get one, but that's about it. And then it's only Steve O's with his P250, who will be quickly stopped in his ambitions to cause some damage on the B bomb side. And after that short yet convincing round, it's just gonna be that's unfortunate. Just gonna be Relax, I was about to say, but he gets quickly shot down. 15-14. LowLandLions was only shortly ago leading in comfortable fashion. And now they're facing overtime as they're defending that regular time win with a bit of a shoddy bind. No kits, util, not present on every player. And also, no kits. And we've seen that it does matter. Stivos does have his AWP, regardless of the failure of Relax to save the weapon in the last round. Stivos hasn't... Well, he had a couple of very nice rounds, but I don't think he has had massive impact with the AWP just yet. For now, it's Relax top fragging on the LowLandLions side. KPI Gaming with a pretty default setup. Three players in Banana, the two others lurking around A/apps, hoping to gain some information and secure some map control. Dobbo is very advanced, hiding behind this V-smoke, and with these smokes coming in, it's gonna be an A fake. We haven't seen this one yet. Dobbo is here to sell the fake. We'll actually get a kill chance at a second as well, and that's a really good fake. The whole team rotates. It's luckily for the LowLandLions not convincing enough to pull away Relax, who gets a chance at a double. KPI not paying attention. And this will make the situation equal again. But Relax is also the only A bomb site defender. One player still on the flank, but this also means that there's one less player helping out on A. Time is of the essence here for Dobbo as he makes a run for that A bomb site. Stivos pushing through short, hoping to find an opening before this library position becomes relevant. And he won't be doing that just yet. It's tense as Dobbo and Richie trade 1v1. ZNX makes it an advantage for the T's though. Relax jumping down, getting that second, but time is up. No kits, he can only get the kill. But I don't think the round is within his reach. 15-15. Regular time was not enough. We're gonna need some more. And we're heading to overtime to decide who's taking home this ESEA Advanced win. This game has already taken a solid hour. Maybe a little shorter. Yeah. An hour. I would say an hour. So that's fun. Because we're gonna get some more CS. At this point the sun has completely set. Outside my window. And we're entering the real gamer hours. Choke Inc. You called it, gekke Geert. You called it. The first round of overtime. A time without economic worries. Usually. And a time to try out some wacky strats. Match still paused. I don't think... KPI still has pauses. I don't really know who paused the game, but I feel like LowLandLions already out of their pauses. So we're gonna assume it's a KPI pause. Aggressive play down Banana, Relax and Richie both pushing with this deep smoke. Sane will be taking some damage, but the molly that he throws is also effective in scaring off those aggressing CT players. KPI, very heavy app setup. I haven't seen this in a while as 3 of their players are stacked up in this app's position. This nade could be very impactful, does basically nothing. And CMix will be the key player here on A. Fortunately for CMix, it seems like the apps push will be blown off before it really gets to speed. KPI now grouping towards this A bomb site. 2 players coming through mid/short. And then the remaining 3 holding positions in the apps. Flash coming in. Aaron almost burned to death. It's Steve O's that gets the first op kill. Equal trades for now. 3v3 on this A bomb site. But Foster is in deep trouble. Butters getting the double. And now it's Richie and Relax. Man, this advantage from the wrong bomb site. And this A bomb site is so unforgiving when it comes to retakes. Richie and Relax both have the kit, of course. But the util is just 2 flashes, a Molotov, lots of damage taken, and there's even more util to stop them. These flames are grinding their advance to a halt. And ZNX is just gonna spray them down. And it's once again Butters that proves to be essential in opening up that bomb site. Might not be top fragging, and that honor actually goes to Dobbo, 27 kills on him. But I feel like many of the KPI Gaming members are contributing. LowLandLions, of course, as well. I mean, they're not losing, but just yet. But I think KPI has looked more solid in this half. Dobbo this time taking a decent chunk of damage from that high explosive as he's hiding in this smoke. Foster actually runs past him, which won't end well for him. Richie is there to trade his fallen teammate though, but on the A bomb site, the take is already taking full parts. KPI decides to double back. Not the wisest option, I would say, as they had the advantage on A. Now they're running towards B. Their footsteps definitely heard by Richie here, who will be falling back to the safe corner. Has some util to protect himself. Also gets a chance at that second kill. Support flash coming in, doesn't do much. Shane is slowly burning, going for the shotgun op. Will be getting it as well. And now it's just Devos. He's coming from Banana, probably not a position necessarily expected by the KPI Gaming side. As Aaron and Zane are essentially holding the same position. Stevos will walk into the crosshair of Zane and will be 17-15, 1 round away of clean sweeping this first half of overtime. And LowLandLions is looking to pull a Benelux choke. Very fast pace towards this Banana position. Heavy nade damage taken by Butters and Aaron, but Banana will also be gifted to KPI. Richie looking to line up the second nade. Some more damage. That's a solid amount of util damage in this first part of this round. Most of KPI already down to half health, and these mollies really start hurting when you only have 40 HP available. KPI Gaming grouped up towards this B bomb site. And with the util coming in, Richie is very flash, can drop down to a safer position, but will be also threatened. Only 1 kill from him, and that's not enough. Man advantage for KPI, as this B bomb site has proven to be problematic in the overtime. Retake theoretically possible. You might as well try. But these players are dug in. Sane has his op. 2 players in Banana. An incredibly difficult retake. Sane does miss. Nate will finish him off. But still 2 players here at Banana. There's a gap in that smoke. Relax didn't see it. Devos in the 1v2. Barely any time left to stay with. Decides to stick. Does get the kill. But I don't see him winning this. ZNX takes his free time. But it won't be enough. 18-15. It's KPI stealing match point over the LowLandLions. I believe the LowLandLions had 5 opportunities or even 6 opportunities to close out this game. And now they're facing a loss themselves. They have played better on their T side. But they're gonna have to win all their T side rounds and then some more. Because then we're heading to, if that would happen, purely hypothetically, they are going to second overtime. So the struggle isn't over just yet. It's KPI who's closest to actually calling it a day. But of course, LowLandLions are driven to still secure the win. That, in my opinion, should have been theirs a while ago. This has nothing to do with my internet. It's just ESEA having shitty servers. What? Jumping, no scope, headshot. I love this game. And that's a beautiful opening for KPI. And that's also a beautiful way to open this round, which could potentially be the last of this game. Relax pushing through bracket, looking for the trade. Will be finding it on double. 1 HP left though on Relax. So definitely not the most favorable trade. Tivos pushing through the smoke will be finding ZNX pushing, and that's the man advantage the LowLandLions were looking for. Rushing towards this B bomb site now, and the only player that's holding that is Sane. Does have this AWP against the 3 pushing players of the LowLandLions. Support also coming in from the 4th, that being Relax. And Sane will have to do a lot of work to make this hold worth it. First kill coming in, second not found, and C-Mix sacrifices. Relax switches to the AWP and instantly finds a kill. And now it's just Aaron. 18-16. The jumping AWP headshot. No scope. Entry won't be enough to secure this game. As we're heading to another round of overtime. LowLandLions showing signs of life on this T side. Both teams actually playing immensely better on their offensive side. Which is interesting, considering the map. Invis teammate, yeah, is it T these days? I never play Inferno, so I couldn't tell you. Inferno is too hard with randoms. Quick A side execute seems to be the plan de campagne. Opening kill does come in. Stivos with his up, looking for the second as well, but it's at the next, spraying them down. 3 for him before he falls, and Aaron gets the opportunity to flank. Beautiful positioning from him. He's all the way in the back of the LowLandLions, and it's Butters together with Aaron that will be pincering this A bomb site after plant defense. Richie, Relax, 1 inside, 1 in pit. Aaron takes some time, but it will be enough. It's Relax in a 1v2. All the pressure on his shoulders, and it won't work out for him. And that will be the 19-16. KPI taking the win after what looked like a done deal for the LowLandLions. They were, I think the score was 59 or 10 at some point, and they choked it out. Very unfortunate. These issues were solved in the old LowLandLions team. But yeah, no wins tonight. They came pretty close in the second one, but close doesn't give you any games or success. Yeah, and on that note, it was 59. Yeah. Oof. Don Messa ESL. Yo. Still, it was an exciting game. I really enjoyed it actually. Some high-paced CS, both teams. And like spicing it up, not doing the default strats, getting weird kills, jumping, headshot, no scopes, that kind of shit. Cool. I like the game. Unfortunately, no win. This means that the LowLandLions are currently 2-2 in ESEA Advanced. The next game is not planned yet, so I'm not gonna make any statements on the matter, but we'll see then. And yeah, hopefully they can get some more wins. I like to see this team succeed. For now, that's gonna be it for me though. It was a long game. I'm kind of tired, but I hope it was worth it. If you wanna hear more from me or the LowLandLions, you can follow at caster_brick, that is, on Twitter. At the LowLandLions on Twitter. And then you can hear from me again when I'm casting something. ESEA Dutch is coming up. Please listen. You can listen to me talk Dutch about CS teams, Benelux CS quality. And on that note, I want to say goodbye to you all. I hope you have a great night. And I hope to see you again soon for another match of the LowLandLions. Farewell.